With Minecraft's brand new Wild update, players all over the world are getting ready for adventure. The update has added in a ton of exciting new features, including biomes, blocks, structures, and some of the coolest mobs in the game. The Warden, the LA, and who could forget the lovable frogs? But if you've been keeping up with Minecraft news, you would have recently heard that one planned mob for the Wild update, Fireflies, were unexpectedly scrapped from the update. This single decision has caused some major backlash from players looking forward to this glowing mob. But beneath the surface, there are some complex reasons behind the removal of the Firefly. Reasons that, if left unaddressed, have the potential to poison real-life frogs. Today, we're going to go over the surprisingly complex situation that is the Minecraft Frog and Firefly feud. Back in October of 2021, the Wild update was announced for Minecraft. Many new features were revealed, including the mangrove swamp biome that would be home to adorable frogs and glowing fireflies. Minecraft's frogs, just like real life, have incredibly long tongues that they can use to snatch up the delicious fireflies as food. So, along with all the other Wild update features, Minecraft players had lots to look forward to. But it wasn't long before an issue arose. Multiple Minecraft players around the internet pointed out a potential problem with the feature of fireflies acting as frog food. While this feature seems fine on the surface, it could potentially spark some real deadly consequences. You see, real fireflies produce many different chemicals in their body that serve some sort of purpose. One of these chemicals, for example, is luciferin, which combines with oxygen to allow them to glow in the dark. Another one of these chemicals is a defensive toxin called lucibufagins. These toxins are incredibly poisonous to amphibians and reptiles. This is where the problem lies. Minecraft was suggesting that it was natural and healthy for frogs to eat fireflies, when, in reality, most frog species will sadly suffer a painful death after ingesting one of these glowing bugs. Luckily, Minecraft acknowledged this issue when the first snapshot for the Wild update came out on March 16th. This snapshot didn't include fireflies, but it did replace the frog's love for them with small slimes and magma cubes. So this fixes the problem, right? Well, as March and April flew by, many more snapshots for the Wild update were released, adding in many other notable features. But as the weeks came and went, the fireflies were still nowhere to be seen. Signs started popping up that the update was getting close to release, which got people wondering, where were the fireflies? We got an answer to this question just recently through an Ask Mojang video on Minecraft's official YouTube channel. The developer stated that the fireflies have been put on the back burner because they pose too much of a risk for real-life frogs, and besides, Minecraft frogs have a new, safer food source anyway. To say the least, the Minecraft community is very upset at the removal of this glowing mob, but the majority of the community's anger is actually directed at the reasons Mojang gave for the fireflies' removal. Multiple responses from players argued that the fireflies being poisonous to frogs explanation was just a bad excuse, and that nobody would actually feed fireflies to frogs in real life anyway. While I do completely understand where the community is coming from here, I think it's highly unfair to call their reasoning an excuse. The Minecraft community right now seems to not understand the true influence and power the game has on its audience. Though it might seem super bizarre, pop culture has been shown to influence people in many strange different ways. Like, when the release of The Princess and the Frog in 2009 not only spiked sales of frogs, but also spiked salmonella cases in children. Take of that what you will. And surprisingly, Minecraft is no stranger to these types of situations either. Just look at the parrot and cookie incident in 2017, and just more recently, the axolotl craze. So I think it's pretty fair for Mojang to be concerned about how they're influencing the community. Another common argument is that fireflies should still be added to the game anyway, but only as ambiance for the swamp biome. That way, there won't be a miscommunication about proper frog food, and we'll get an awesome sight in the swamp at nights. Perfect solution, right? Well, though this answer sounds foolproof, it might still have some repercussions. To a giant portion of Minecraft's audience, fireflies have already been widely advertised as food for frogs through plenty of different media, like Minecraft Live, articles, and Wild Update recap videos. Mojang is afraid that, even if just added in for ambiance, the less up-to-date players might not get that communication and still mistake fireflies for frog food. In the end, this entire feud comes down to one decision. Should Mojang play it safe at the expense of community backlash? Or should they add in fireflies anyway and risk hurting real-life frogs? Ultimately, Mojang has made the choice to completely avoid that risk altogether. While that choice may be extremely unpopular within the Minecraft community, when taken into consideration what lives are on the line, it is undoubtedly the right one.